our friend, definitely there's a movie shaker in this region. His group is one of the many group of people that have welcome and that welcome uniqueness, diversity, inclusion in our community. When you are out about and making changes, is when you are able to bring out to the best of others and yourself in the process, and with that, make the changes that you need in this world. So thank you, Brian, for making that all around for these times that you help in the community. So work with us in this diversity as well. So friend here, Brian Vaughn, he is founder of Vaughn Financial, and he's today is going to talk about the way how fear and curiosity in decision making it is important for us to do in today's day.
We're going to start with a story about serious fear. And you can't even control.
Guys, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Hey, Jazzy. Jazzy.
We're going to start with a picture from a few years ago.
One moment. I'm muting everybody.
By the way, among the things that fuzzy-faced, curly-headed kids like to do when you're 14 is you want to go surfing. Kid, I don't have a car. I was in a bummer ride thing, right? And my brother's there because he was along with a couple of aspects of the story. You want to go surfing? My mom generally said, take your brother. And so a thing we would do, we go surfing in San Diego. Again, this is going to be talking about fear in a second. So we make an arrangement if somebody's going to give us a ride out to the beach. That was going to be on Sunday. Cool. Saturday, the day before that, I had a girlfriend. When I was 14, I had a girlfriend. It freaked me out too, but it was pretty much. She wanted to see this new movie. Sam, I need to pay attention, brother.
I listen.
All right. Talk about it. Next slide.
Next slide coming.
You the make. Oh.
Well, it is not coming.
This is brother too. Okay, remember I'm going surfing on Sunday.
What is my next slide?
I don't know. Come on.
For some reason, it's not coming. That's why.
I'm not scared to stand in front of people with a microphone. Though,
I
so
know,
that's not
no,
what
I
do.
know, but it is no coming. I think that's the only picture that's coming. So let me see if it is. One moment. Oh, that is. That's why. Jaws.
Okay. There's this movie called Jaws. I didn't think this through. I'm gonna go see the movie Jaws on Saturday, and I'm gonna go surfing on Sunday. You feel me? You see where this is going? So go to the movie. I had to take my brother to the movie too. I think my mom was concerned I was gonna be making out with Leah too much, which is legit actually. But so I had to take him a lot of time. Go to the movie, fine, scary movie, creeped me out. Do you guys see the movie Jaws? Anybody?
Oh yeah.
Okay, like when that face comes out of the boat and I go change my skin. That was pretty rough. Anyway, this is what I'm seeing. So the next day we go surfing. Again, I'm coming back to this diversity, trust me, just gonna get to this point. Really hard to go. It's raining in San Diego. That's not a big. When you're surfing, you don't care about rain. You just want curls. You want the wave. There's nobody out there. He's me and my little brother, my 11-year-old punk brother who's 100 feet over there. And there's just raining water. And there's rain, and I mean it's dark green water. This is not lovely green, but this is not Bali. It's and what's going through my mind? Jonathan. Jonathan. I could see it even so quick. I could see the goosebumps. I am talking about fear. Oh, I was really hurt. I remember this fear. Anyway, and then my brother said, hey, Brian, this is pretty lame, right? Pretty lame. Let's go and you think I was going to get my surfboard back in the water? Sandy, with me? I need the next slide.
Yeah, let's like one.
I didn't go surfing again. And then I hear about this chick, Bethany Hamilton, the most badass person I could think of. And I always wanted to be telling today when I grew up, because if you can rip, you got some style, you connect with the universe. That is the coolest ever. Well, she's even better. She got her damn armpit off, and she's not scared of nothing. She's having fun. She's surfing. She's doing cool shit. Stuff is pretty great. I take inspiration from her because she's going to do great things that she talks about here, and she can talk. She doesn't have it. This comes back to the stuff we do. There's more. Let's go to the next slide. Some other things that I am going to talk about: fear and curiosity as it applies to decision making. And again, I'll come back to our host is Samuel on bizdiversity.net, where we have multicultural business community. That's what we're all about. Me growing up in the islands and West Indies and Hawaii and all kind of people speak all kind of languages. That's it. So I want to come on to the next slide. What I do for a living is I talk about a fear that's boring people, but people, it's real. They're afraid of, they wonder, can I retire without running out of money? Can I paying too much in expenses or these other kind of boring things? Samuel, I need to focus that one.
Don't worry.
I'm not going to spend much time. But the conversations I have when people tell me their story to find out what are they really afraid of that. So there's some of the stuff you see on here that people are afraid of. And I don't see sharks on here, but there's spiders are really close. And there's some things that are really organic. I use that shark example because I lost control of everything. But there's stuff in here that you can see: losing my job, dying. What am I dying? What's going to happen? That's the thing you talk about. But there's some things that are more innocuous. Let's go on to the next slide. Starting a business, that can be kind of scary. You wonder, can we do that? What does it take? And I want to come back to something even more innocuous. Next slide. This is where we come back into stuff that Teresa and Ty and Debbie, the rest of us are talking about, Sean too, actually, that there's types of otherness we don't even know that we feel this way. We're dismissive about the janitor. We dismiss the people who have 159 IQ, but they, there's something we have this unconscious bias. We don't even know why. I have learned these things because I also think about why was so damn afraid of sharks? Bethany Hamilton surfing. There are things that are irrational about these fears, and like Ty said, there's a cure. It's like we're going to go into. I'm going to start with an example of some otherness. This is somebody who experienced otherness in his life. Just because of the way he looks. He got dismissed a lot of the times. People didn't know, who are you? Why are these people? What's the story? And let's go to the next slide. When I relate the point, because he's pretty close to me. He's my father. He's a kid. He's a kid that I raised. Next slide. I told you, I'm just going to be a little fast. He's still a great kid. But I know what it's like. I've cried with him because of things he's happened that was not fair. He got dismissed, he got othered, and I know what that's like. And I had it. I grew up in Hawaii, and I'm pretty used to being the only pink kid in the crowd. I kind of like that. Next. So this is back to the cure is, wait a minute, what's it really like to be that dude? What's it really like to be a neuro minority? Am I now right? What is it? Tell me more. Be curious. Go find out. Because it's not scary, but when you get through here, you start to get some insight, you get some perspective, and hey, you might hire some talent you didn't know you had. They're going to be more advantageous to your business and your vision and ways you didn't know. Change the way you think. You're going to find people have skills in spite of their background Because I don't know you guys, everybody here, I would hire Ty, I'd promote Ty, I'd say, get that guy, if he wants a job, give him the damn job, because he's gonna rush it. If he gets dismissed for some background, that's, oh, crap. What I'm saying, that's. We're gonna kind of bring this back home to right here in Kenmore. This is a picture, it's an old picture, Santa knows where I'm going with this. This is gonna sting a little bit to some people. I had just moved from Capitol Hill, and I'm taking a great downtown. I just like humanity, everybody's together. I love that. Moved out to Kirkland. Ooh, it was just miserable, right? But it was chill, it was cool. And then I discovered this community, Kenmore. What is that? There's like all arbiters, road. Is that a thing? What is it? Anyway, I started kind of checking it out. And one of the ways I did that was I went to the Kenmore Business Alliance. This is an old group. I show this because the first time that I went to that group, there were more people to this. There were over 40 people there because I counted. I think David might have heard me tell this story. The day that I met Samuel and we became friends 10 minutes later, because he wasn't invited with Kenmore Business Alliance, outstanding. Back then, they had some room for improvement. So they meant well, but there's some things they were unconscious of, or at least so it appeared. But what Samuel introduces himself, and everybody does like a minute or so, comes down to me and I'm Vaughn Financial, people retired, money. But wait a minute. From the sounds of this, what Samuel said, and looks at this room, we all have some work to do to help him. Because he's the only brown guy here. Then it makes me uncomfortable. Not that today's his problem. You know, just be uncomfortable, be authentic, I know what you do. That was the day that he came over, dropped off his card, and we've been friends ever since. Because I'm deliberate about saying, who are you? What are you doing? You want to come hang out with us? I didn't see that room of people doing that. Because where's everybody else? They're out there. I don't got a bunch of brown guys. They're not in here. Yeah. I will say, the good news is, slide. Kenmore got a clue because now, thanks to some of us being annoying, it's deliberate. It's part of their DEI, it's part of their DNA now. Partly because people like Sam and I kind of or embarrass them or both, or just talk about it. And they've got some great stuff. I feel so much better than I did 5 years ago when I first met at Kenmore Business Alliance. So I'm digging it. Here's how much I'm digging it. That's right. The anchor of a network that we have. Some of the good people here are part of that, and we stitch together with people like Dave and like Samuel and other and people doing great things. And it's anchored in, as I was like a crow, the Kenmore Crows. This is the epicenter of Kenmore business of NLWBC. But we work with the chamber and we have crossover, just like Debbie said. We don't all have the same audience, but we can kind of stitch each other together and say what's going on. We can put together the Bellevues and the Shorelines and the Seattles and Everett's and make things happen. So next. Just to say, sometimes people burn have fun. Business one day, but that comes out and we have to have a 12 months. So you guys know this, of course, see a friend hand right behind you. That probably is a good deal. We're done with that. I forget what Sam is all about, which is what I want people to get a sense of. Is if you're wondering, how do I start a business? Can I do it? Do I have some help? How inspiring is Ty, his story? A lot of us might be afraid of, is this a good community to start a business, to do a thing? Yeah, it's a great community. My business is anchored here. My clients are all over the country. But I wanted to cultivate people right here around the lake. I want to connect with people who are making good things happen right here. So it's a great place. If you're not sure where to start, how to find any of us who spoke, start with talking to Sam about he knows how to get us. That's the whole point of bizdiversity.net, right? I think we're on to the next one more. Oh. So if you want to talk to me, a shortcut to get a hold of me. Just type that in, both takes you back to my home page, and you can schedule time. Or like we said before, talk to Samuel. That's how to get a hold of me. I want to end with a little short story that relates to this thing on my wrist. Right here. expect that. Here it is now. Because I've seen last year I got cancer, and I swatted it out. This bracelet that some friends gave me that says it's supposed to be Morse code for after cancer. All the results go back. I did see that coming. I've been really healthy my whole life. This is back to a beer story and Bethany Hamilton kind of stuff. I got to see. I've been teaching people to think about what is it like when you can't take care of yourself, when you can't breathe, when you can't stay awake. Be human. I lived through that. We have some friends here who get it for real. Now I get it for real. And the stuff that we do really does matter. And the friends that we've made, the connections we've made, we have people, like I said, be that one who's more patient, way more curious. And I can't want to hang out, we'll talk about it. But we can make a real difference for ourselves and each other, be inspired. So I swatted my cancer. I got 30 years of unbelief. So man, I'm pretty fierce. But I've also got great doctors now. I don't be scared anymore. I'm thinking, serve them. I might start with checking out the stand-up paddle board where it came on. There's hardly any shapes, starts in the day. We'll start there, right? All right, that's my story. So go on, Samuel, and we'll make good things happen. Cheers.
Right. Good effort and work that help us more business